Okay, hey friends, it's Deb. Welcome back to Thriving Alcohol Free with Mocktail Mom. How are you? I am so excited today. I have a very, very special guest for you guys. I have Rebecca Stein of Blind Tiger Spirit Free
Do, do,
Cocktails.
do.
Okay, we both have our bee's knees. We're going to make a bee's knees today for you guys. And you guys, I cannot
Oh,
wait to chat with Rebecca. I can't wait to chat with you. I
thank
cannot wait
you.
to
Thank
hear
you.
your story. We've DM'd, we're friends on Instagram. I am a big fan of your ready to drink cans. They're cans of deliciousness.
Thank you. And I'm a
That's
big
what
fan of you personally.
Oh,
So
thank
thank you.
you. That's so sweet of you to
Yeah.
say. Thank you. I was so looking forward to this. And when I saw that you had been on QVC, so many good things are happening. You guys are on Royal Caribbean. Then we're going to get into everything. You're on Royal Caribbean. You're everywhere. You're in Wegmans. You were on QVC, which is my dream job. So I cannot wait to get into it with you, but I'm really, really excited just to introduce anybody who is a listener who is not already following you guys or hasn't already tried Blind Tiger. Please, you guys, you have to follow along. Their Instagram handle is Blind Tiger Cocktails on Instagram. Make sure you're following. And Rebecca, you are just a gem in this community. And I know
Thank you.
you and I know a lot of the same people. So I feel like we're meeting as friends, even though we've never met screen to screen yet. So
Correct.
very, very
Yes,
fun. Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
This is so fun. Okay, I'm going to read your bio. Then we're going to make our. Do you call them mocktails? I know there's this big, there's the big thing, and it's okay if you don't. I won't be offended, even though my Instagram
No,
is Mocktail Mom. But
what's
some
funny?
people are like opposed to that word.
When we first launched, I was very intentional about not using that
Yep,
word, hence
yep,
the spirit free name. But
yep.
over the last couple of years, it's just relaxed itself. And
Yeah,
I don't know, I have no challenges with it. I
yeah.
think I call it that all the time now today too. And it's really more universally recognized for still a lot of people.
I think it makes it easy for people to understand. Like people
Yeah.
who aren't in this space, of like non-alcohol cocktails or spirit-free cocktails. It's just like, oh, that's a mocktail. It's like a little more understood,
Yes.
like a veggie
Yes.
burger, you know?
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, all right, here we go, guys. This is always my biggest challenge, Rebecca, is reading someone's bio. So do you remember reading in class out loud?
Oh,
You're a
yeah.
very good
Uh-huh.
student. Yeah, you have your PhD, right? Don't you? You're like really,
I
really
do.
smart.
I do.
Yeah, I barely got
That
through
doesn't
college.
make me
So,
smart. Just
well,
makes
yes,
me
I think it does actually. I think it
broke.
does.
Broke. Yeah.
A lot of debt, a lot of
Mm,
school debt. Okay, I don't have
yeah.
that. That's one thing. Okay, Rebecca Stein is the founder and CEO of Blind Tiger Spirit Free Cocktails, an award winning, fast growing, non alcoholic cocktail brand inspired by the underground spirit and inclusive ethos of the Prohibition era speakeasies. Blind Tiger was born in Erie, Pennsylvania during the pandemic as a creative pivot to keep her downtown speakeasy afloat. Love it. Blind Tiger has since become a nationally distributed brand available in over 1,300 locations across the United States and in tourism abroad, which Royal Caribbean, shout out to them. Becca currently serves as an adjunct professor of innovation and entrepreneurship at Mercyhurst University. In 2025, she was named Tory Burch Foundation Fellow. Congratulations, one of only
Thank you.
50 women nationwide. That's so huge. I just got chills. Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
amazing. Rebecca's deeply rooted in her community and is proud to continue to grow bold, inclusive, and creatively rebellious brand from her hometown. Shout out to Pennsylvania. I grew up outside Philly, so wonderful to
That's
have you
right.
from the Keystone State. All right, where do we want to start? Do you want to make our drink together? We can drink while we talk. How does that sound?
Yeah. Yes. Well, you're going
Good?
to make it, and I'm just going to showcase how you don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Perfect.
But
Perfect.
you go ahead.
Okay. All right. First of all, I love the flavor. They're all delicious. They're spot on. Like
Thank
they
you.
taste like someone's crafted it for you behind a bar at a fancy restaurant. They're so good. But you can drink it straight out of the can. You can pour it straight from the can into like a fancy coupe glass, whatever kind of
Yes.
glass you want, right? Red tumbler on a whatever. You can
Yes.
tailgate with these, whatever
Right.
you want to do,
Exactly.
people. Drink it however you want. But if you want to, I don't want to say like elevate it, but if you want to add maybe another layer, some people would want to add something regular, but you're full leaded. I'm going to add a non-alcoholic gin. So we're going to mix it
Yes.
into a shaker.
Yes.
We're doing the bee's knees. I'm going to use my little shaker cup, my mason jar shaker cup. I've got my bee's knees from Blind Tiger. We're pouring in here, and I'm going to add some cut above. I'm using the cut above gin because there's wonderful juniper flavors in here. We're going to add a little bit of our cut above gin into this just to bring up that gin flavor, the juniper flavor
Yes.
a little bit,
Yes,
right?
it
Would you
does.
say?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Absolutely. And the bees is kind of perfect for this too because it's not carbonated. So, it really does make that true kind of cocktail without having to top it with an effervescent sort of.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes it nice. You can shake it.
Yes,
It's not gonna
exactly. You
explode.
can shake it. Yes.
You can definitely shake it. We're gonna shake this up just a tiny bit real quick. Give a little shake. Good times
Sounds
in
great.
Kentucky. All right, we're gonna pour it into this beautiful coupe glass that I got at a consignment shop
Oh,
for like $2.
very nice.
My
Very
favorite.
nice.
Okay, I don't even have a garnish, but you could, I mean, definitely garnish with a little lime or sorry, a little lemon slice, garnish or not.
Yes.
Big time
Whatever's
cheers,
easy.
Rebecca, to you. Cheers
Cheers.
to you and Blind
Thank
Tiger. So happy that
thank
you're
you.
here today. Yes.
Likewise.
Mhm. So good. Okay, how did you come up with this? You were, like, sitting around the pandemic, you were sitting around thinking about this, and I was drinking. How did you
No,
how did
I was drinking too. Um,
Okay, how did you come up
so
with this?
so
How'd we get
so
here?
we had yeah, we had a speakeasy called Room 33. I had a speakeasy called Room 33,
Okay.
in Erie. And during the pandemic, we were mandated to take out only.
Oh,
And at that time, 90% of our sales came from the bar, but we weren't legally allowed to sell alcohol to go early on. So, like in PA, that came way later.
yep.
And I didn't want to shut our doors. Like a lot of restaurants, struggled and shuttered and everything. And I wanted to keep some sense of normalcy for my team. And so I
Mm,
was like, all right, we're going to do other things. We're going to ramp up the kitchen. We got really creative. And
wow.
one of the things was bottling non alcoholic versions of our cocktails. And Deb, as I aged, I had also come to notice I didn't drink as well as I used to drink and
Yeah,
needed to cut back and was looking for options. And back during those days, Liars was really on my radar. And so it
yep.
was just kind of the inspiration of both. And we had a really great response to this during the pandemic. And
Wow,
honestly, I just tell people in my insanity, I woke up one day and was like, I wonder if I can bring this to market. And
wow.
I went to the team, and Blind Tiger is a moniker for speakeasies. So everything revolves around the ethos of the Prohibition era, which we can delve deeper in at any point
Sure,
because I
sure.
can go off on that stuff.
Okay, okay, yes,
And
love it.
so our mixology team came up with the original recipes, and obviously you've seen some evolution of it over the last 4 years. So
Fantastic. Okay, yes, do you wanna share a little bit about the history of the Prohibition era and how you got here?
yeah, so what I love about the Prohibition era is it was such an inclusive time. So this kind of revolves
Mm,
around our entire mission and vision of drinking, right? Like to create an inclusive environment for people who want to drink or don't want to drink. And like during the Prohibition era, speakeasies obviously became wildly popular. They were called blind tigers or blind pigs in the States. And prior to that, I don't most people don't realize this, women were not allowed in bars prior to the Prohibition era. And so there was an entire like livelihood cultural phenomenon of bringing people together. Like the jazz age ensued during that time, women's right to vote happened during that time. So everything to me just screams inclusivity. And I love the idea of kind of marrying these two things and kind of having that great little Gatsby culture that kind of ties with it too.
love it, yes, and all of your marketing, all of your graphics, everything just is such a beautiful
Thank you.
throwback to yeah, to the era. Yeah, I love it. Okay, I didn't know that speakeasies were called blind tigers or blind pigs. That's what they were called?
Yes. Yeah, so these are all purported histories and all our cans like even have purported histories of the drinks. So we don't know what's
Okay.
real and what's not. But there were two stories that were tied around the blind tiger. So either um illicit establishments would display stuffed tigers in their windows and
Oh,
the authorities were blind
interesting.
because they didn't know what was going on, right? And then the other one was during Prohibition, you weren't allowed, so you were actually allowed to drink alcohol. You were not allowed to purchase alcohol. So that's where it was prohibited. So what bars would do, supposedly, is they would have these circus animals, like a blind tiger, on display. You'd pay to see the animal, and then you'd get a drink when you would come in. So these
Oh
are
my
these are the
word.
stories. So I don't know which one is actually true. Nobody's ever validated either for me, but that's kind of what the lore is on the internet.
That is so cool. That's what ChatGPT says.
Yes, yes,
I love
yes.
that. I never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah,
Okay, very
yeah.
interesting.
Fascinating.
Do you have those little tigers to like do you have any stuffed tigers? Do we need to get you some stuffed tigers with
Yeah,
your logo on it?
it's funny. Not with our logo on it. That would actually be really cute. But I was bringing that. Like I did order some, but then they ended up going to a bunch of children every time we were out. Can you believe that?
You're like, "I need some promotional products that are
Right.
not for children." Yes. Yeah, well,
Right.
they have those things now. Everybody's in love with, like, these things hanging on their purses. I don't even know what they are. It looks like a little stuffed animal. All these women are they have
Oh,
these, like,
yeah.
fancy, fancy bags. I don't know. I shop at JCPenney's. What do I know?
Y
So
No, TJ Maxx, Home
yeah, I
Goods.
was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Costco is where half my clothes are from.
yeah.
So I have no idea. Um, okay, all right. Do you wanna talk about the flavors?
Sure,
Do
sure,
you wanna
sure, sure.
share, like, what's available right now? Because I know you just came out with right, is it grapefruit fizz? Is that what
Yeah,
you just
we
came
have a
out with?
grapefruit fizz, yeah. We can start there. So,
Yeah.
the reason we did that is the consumer demand for lower sugar, lower carb.
Yeah.
The one beautiful thing I like about our cocktails, and they're not for everyone, is we do use, we use sugar. They're all naturally sweetened, and it gives that depth and complexity that you're looking for when you're looking for a traditional cocktail, right?
Yep.
When you don't have the alcohol replacement factor. So, but we listen to consumer and we know it's important. So we had actually tried several iterations of a lower sugar version of some of our varietals, and they just didn't land well with me, right? Like I didn't
Yep.
want to bring a product out that wasn't going to taste as comparative as to what we've already done. And with this one, so we end up using, so it's only 30 calories per can, 4 grams of carbs. We don't
Wow.
use actual sugar in it. We do use like a stevia. It's a Reb M though. It's the sweeter part of the stevia leaf, so it doesn't have that bitter aftertaste you often get with stevia. And I think the marriage of the grapefruit and like the tequila flavor and the lime kind of really elevates it and gives it a nice little. I mean, obviously you have to try for yourself, and the consumer does too, but we love it. So I was very excited to
Awesome.
bring that out, and just came out actually like 2 weeks ago.
I
So,
was gonna say, yeah, that's brand new. I haven't tried that one, but I mean, just yeah, the thought of like having a Blind Tiger Paloma-ish kind of drink
yes,
sounds, yeah,
yes.
sounds incredible. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm excited to try that one. Okay, the bee's knees, the mojito you have still, right?
Yep. We have the mojito. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was going to say the mojito actually started as a South Side,
Okay.
and from the consumer perspective, one of the things that is hard. I mean, it's hard enough to kind of get the messaging out what Blind Tiger is, the Prohibition era. Like, there's a whole bunch of educational elements, and the South Side was purportedly Al Capone's favorite cocktail, and that one was mint,
Oh,
lime, and juniper. And so it started out as a still product, like the bee's knees did. And what we found is consumers seem to resonate with more of the other names that were popular in cocktail culture, right? So the mojito, which uses almost virtually the same thing, we
okay.
ended up making it sparkling. And then now it is, so we renamed it a Southside Mojito. So it kind of has the
I
combination of
love that.
both
Yep.
and kind of elevated it, but gave that little sparkling element to it. So now it's more of an RTD than it is, a mixer, and has worked really
Okay.
well for us. So.
Perfect. Okay. And all right, how about the French 75?
Yeah, the French
So good.
75 is, like, everybody's favorite, like,
It's
and it's
so
so
good.
pretty
It
too. It's
is,
so
yes.
pretty.
It's pretty, it's
Yeah,
delicious, yeah. What are the I'm trying to think, what are the calories? Okay, so, like, the mojito is, like, 100 calories, so that's why, like,
yeah,
the grapefruit is, what, 35 you
yeah,
said? 35
30,
calories?
it's
30
30
oh,
calories.
30 calories, okay,
Yep,
that's great.
yep,
But you could even, like, add you could make this 2 drinks and add a little bit of
correct.
sparkling water, maybe to pull back a little bit on the flavoring and pull back a little bit maybe on make it last a little bit longer, not have as many calories maybe, right?
Correct. Yeah. If that's something you're looking for, absolutely. Like we call this an indulgence, right? You're not going to down
Mm,
6 of these a day.
yep,
So the entire intent is just to kind of have that look and feel of a nice cocktail and enjoy one and not feel
yeah.
guilty about it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, exactly, right,
Yeah.
and I like that, yes, you're not drinking 6 of these.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you're pounding
Yeah.
them. Yes.
Right.
Drinking
Exactly.
games with Blind Tiger.
Right. That'll be our next episode.
That'll be the
Right.
next one. We
Yeah.
can do that with the grapefruit fizz.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, and then the sidecar mimosa, the
Yep.
mojito, the, bee's knees, and the French 75, and the grapefruit fizz. So those are the 5 right now? Okay, so how did you go from, "Let's start this during 2020,"
Hmm.
to, like, now you're in Wegmans, you're on Royal Caribbean, which is insane. That's amazing.
Thank you.
How has all of this distribution how has it start how did you start this? How did you do
Yeah.
this?
So when we launched, most brands that launched during COVID went the direct to consumer e-commerce route for obvious reasons,
Yep.
right? Somehow serendipitously, and I say a lot, most things in my world are
Yeah.
serendipitous.
Yeah.
And we connected with a group called the Navigator Lighthouse Foundation. They're
Okay.
out on the West Coast
Okay.
It's a group run by Sabrina Pierce, and the California Grocers Association is like a huge part of it, and she's been in that arena forever, and she's got a small and mighty team that's tied to the foundation. And what they do is they support women and minority CPG entrepreneurs. And they
Wow.
do a cohort every year, and we got into the first cohort. And then, thankfully I learned, I mean, I've still made a million mistakes along the
Of
way, but
course. Of course.
her group has helped me kind of negate or navigate that a little bit better, right? And skip over some of those. So that's where we launched, and then made a
Wow.
lot of mistakes, came back to like the Midwest, East Coast side of things. And really, Deb, it's just been like a pursuit of
Mm.
just a tenacious pursuit and not giving up, right? Like Wegmans even took like 2 years before I could get our product in front of anybody, and I sent it several times without any
Really?
response. Yeah.
Really? Okay, so you just get an address, get a name, and you mail them the products? Is that how it works, like trying to get into Wegmans?
That's what I did, but I did it, yeah, I mean, so a lot of time, but I did it without a response or without any
Ye
initial outreach, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
other benefit to Wegmans was it's local here,
I love
so
Wegmans. It's a
yeah,
beautiful grocery store. If anybody's never been
it
to
really
Wegmans,
is.
it's like, yeah, it's better than Whole Foods. It's
Y
incredible.
yeah. We don't have a Whole Foods here, so I don't ever get the
Okay,
full experience of that, but yeah.
okay.
No, I love Wegmans, and so we found some advocates here locally too that kind of started to talk to corporate for us,
Good,
and,
good.
they actually figured we would only start locally, but when they launched us, they took us in all their stores, which was amazing.
Gosh.
So
Okay, so are you available in the shop? Like, I know in Pennsylvania, right? Because there's liquor like, you have liquor stores, right? You can't just go
right.
into a store. So are you available you're just available in the shop with other things?
Yeah, in
Like, with the
Wegmans, you
other
mean?
mixers in Wegmans,
Yeah.
yeah, so you're just available with
Yes.
other mixers. People don't have to go into, like, a liquor store to purchase. Because I know
Correct,
sometimes, like, the
correct.
non-alcoholic spirits, they put them in the liquor store. They don't have those in the stores. I don't know, it can be a little confusing for
Yeah,
people.
it's every state has its own weird rules and
Yep,
regulations, the way it does things. Yep. So no, with
okay,
us, we're in the mixer section, and the other non-alcs
great.
are there too. So
Okay, perfect. Okay, so how you were just on QVC. Like, I
yeah.
feel like you probably haven't even unpacked your bag yet. Hasn't been that long since you're in Westchester, Pennsylvania. How did that come about, and how was your experience being on QVC? I wanna hear all the behind the scenes, the
Ye
details.
yes. So there's another, Pennsylvania group that it's called the Founders Market. They're a 3PL company, and I was connected with them, just indirectly for different reason. And the founder of that, had been on QVC, and they
Okay,
had done things for QVC, and he's like, "I need to connect you with my contact, and,
great.
if it works out, great, if it doesn't, fine."
Yep, yep,
And so he did, and, she used to be, like, directly part of QVC, but now she supports the buyers and everything, and
okay,
finding, products and everything to bring on air. And it was, just a lot of back and forth, and, then we sent it to the buyer loved it, and,
great,
so she was like, "Yeah, let's give it a shot." And so
great.
I was on, like, 2 weeks ago now, I think
Okay,
it was?
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
and we got 2 segments. We had the midnight segment, which, Deb, is way past my bedtime,
I
and
was gonna say,
then the
and
f
then what wasn't it, like, early, right?
no, the next day was at, like, 5 o'clock, which was perfect, but
Oh, oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
but it was one right after the other, so it was yeah,
So, yeah, midnight. So you have to be, like, in makeup, ready to go, dressed. You're not, like, in your PJs at home, sitting on a
right.
couch talking about Blind Tiger. You were in studio.
Yes. Yeah, and
Oh,
honestly, Deb, it was amazing. Like, QVC's beautiful, it's very calming, you go in there,
yeah.
and midnight was a great time to do the
Good,
first one too, because there wasn't
good.
a whole lot of chaos around there,
Great, great.
and everybody was very kind and helpful, and I
Oh,
just the entire experience was incredible. Like, I really
oh,
enjoyed doing it.
I love that. Okay, what was like what were you surprised about when you got there, or what happened during on air that you were really surprised about? Anything?
No, so the only thing I was surprised about on air was afterwards, the host that was with me, he went over, and the Iron Chef was on right after us, and they
Okay.
took it to commercial with our product. So they were drinking our product, but I didn't get to keep that clip. It would have been amazing to have, but yeah.
Oh my word. Oh, that's
Yeah.
incredible. How
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, you need to like yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Were you
That was
super
amazing.
nervous to go live? I would be like I'd be sweating bullets.
Yeah, so midnight the night before, I was, like, really, really nervous, but then once I got that one under my belt, I'm like,
You
"Okay,
felt better.
it doesn't
Good.
feel as overwhelming," right? Like, you don't once you get into it, you feel more in the moment
Yeah,
than
you're just talking. Yeah, you're just
yeah,
sharing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh my word. Okay, that's like a dream come true. All right, now have you been on the Royal Caribbean cruise? Have you been drinking Blind Tiger on the cruises yet? How
No,
did
I
that
have not
happen?
personally been on a Royal Caribbean cruise, but I have tried to support others who have been on them, like, trying
Yeah.
get our
Oh,
product and have people
yep,
try it, but yeah,
yep. Amazing.
so
I love
yeah.
it. Okay, what's been the most exciting thing? What's been the I guess the most exciting thing about launching the brand and seeing it grow?
Oh god. That's so I honestly think the thing that I hold on to because this journey is so riddled with setbacks and things that don't
Hmm.
work and, you
Yep.
know, like so much. And so, as I noted, like I use the term serendipitous a lot. When we first launched the brand, there was a pitch competition called by Ben Franklin Technology Partners here in the States. And they have a bunch of different satellites throughout Pennsylvania. And they do what's called a big idea competition. And they
Okay.
gave a $50,000 grant to somebody who it was like a business plan and a pitch. And I ended up winning the $50,000 before I even had product in market, right? And because I would have really bootstrapped it all because I put all my money in the restaurant. So I didn't have, you know, a ton of extra cash flow. And that
Wow.
really kind of set the stage for us to kind of move a little bit to a scale that I wasn't initially anticipating. And I go back to that all the time, right? Like I keep
Hmm.
saying, well, God, you wouldn't have put me here. Like
Yeah.
there's little milestones in this journey that I hold on to keep me going, right? So that was probably one of the biggest ones.
I love that you said that because, right, sometimes like we're in the moment or even like we're further along in our journey, right? Great things have happened, but we're also having setbacks and challenges and maybe cans that are exploding or, whatever, different challenges, right? Of
Yeah.
shipping product and things like that and getting to market and hitting goals. But to be able to look back and go, okay, this happened. And it gives you that momentum to keep going. And I think in the same way, like for somebody who's on a sober journey, maybe going to that first family picnic and not drinking,
Yes.
that gives you the
Yes.
momentum to keep going. And you look back and go, okay, if I did that, I can keep going. Like those things just start happening. It unfolds in front of us, right? We can't see it all.
Yes, yeah, and I have so much, like, awe and respect for those in their journey, in their sober journey, because I know even during the times and I still love a cocktail or a glass of wine, right? But when you're out there, I mean, this was part of the ethos of our brand. It was so you didn't feel like you were left out, right? Like,
Yep.
you could go and not have a water or a soda or, and just feel like, hey, you're sometimes just holding that in your hand
Exactly.
is
Exactly. Yeah, it's almost I don't wanna say like a security blanket, but it makes you feel like first of all, it makes you feel included. You're part of the
yeah.
party. You're not like lesser than like you're not the little kiddie table with your little,
Right,
her
right,
juice or
right.
whatever. So you feel included, but also then people aren't saying like, "Oh, can I get you something to drink? What do you want to drink?" Like, "You have something. I have something, and
Yes,
I'm part of what's going on." And not only do I have something that's delicious, that's like so good and
yes.
just a phenomenal replacement, not just, you know,
Right,
the
right,
juicy mocktail. So,
right,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so do you come up with the recipes or who's the mixologist? Who's the mixologist magic person behind
Y
behind all of
yeah.
this? The magician.
So we had our team at Room 33, come up with the original recipes, and
Okay.
since then, what I typically do is there's this beautiful mixologist, Lizzie, who's now part owner of Room 33, and
Okay.
I will send her my ideas, and she'll formulate them for me, and then I work with a beverage engineer who then makes them so I can't kill anybody, right? Like, with ingredients
Like,
that are
this is
shelf
safe.
stable.
I was gonna say, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Let's just
Yeah.
put this in, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
A beverage engineer. So, like, you can go and
Yes.
get a degree in beverage engineering
Well,
or
I don't know that that's what
yeah,
that's the title I
he's a
like to
beverage
give her.
engineer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or okay, she is. That's
yes. But
fantastic.
she's been magnificent. Her name's Sydney, and she's with
Oh,
Parkside Beverage, so she's been wonderful to
okay.
work with. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Okay, what are you most looking forward to? You're in the Tory Burch program right now. So, what are you looking forward to in the rest of 2025 and 2026? What are you excited
Yeah,
about?
I part of me is just looking forward to keeping the company
Yeah.
going, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Or what are you
sometimes you're
terrified
just like,
about? What are you
yeah,
terrified about? Yeah, maybe
right.
that's a better question.
Yeah, terrified about running out of money as we all are, right? On
Yep.
some level.
Yep. You have to.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, capital is the hardest part I mean, for most brands, and it's why most brands end up failing, not because they don't have a good product, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's just once you get that level of scale, you have to be able to continue to support it in all the right ways. So,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Mhm.
But Tori and, what's been really challenging for me personally is community, and building a brand in Northwest
Mm.
PA is hard because, I'm not New York, I'm not LA. Like, there's not this huge ecosystem of startups and investment and everything like that. So it's creating opportunities to have that kind of community. And Tory Burch is that on
Oh,
so many
good.
levels. And most of that's been virtual, but they'll have a capstone event next year. And I'll continue to look for opportunity, and like this, Deb, just having these more
Mm.
like community type moments with people who are understand the industry, who are in the industry, who, just to have a conversation with. So those are things that I'll continue to build on.
Yeah, for sure. The opportunity, I mean, it's just gonna keep the the space continues to grow, and we just need people to know more people to know about Blind Tiger. I mean, really, that's it's just once they
And
try it, they love it. Like, that's the thing,
thank
they're
you.
coming back. Yeah, I would imagine, like, you have so many repeat customers on your website.
Yeah, we've been very lucky with that too. But just the whole, I always, rising tide lifts all ships for me. So Deb, everybody out there that's doing this work and creating the market, just so people know it exists. I mean, 4 years ago when I launched this in Erie, PA, everybody's like, "Oh, there's no alcohol in that," right? Like,
Right,
and
what's
now
the point?
today, right? And there's still a lot of
Yeah,
communities like that, but
that's true, but there's a
yeah,
huge community. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and it's great to have you as part of this community. Really, it
Thank you.
really, really is. Yeah, I'm so
Likewise.
happy that you started this. I
Thank
mean,
you. Thank you.
boy, to look back at 2020 and all the challenges and to be able to look at your cans and to see them across the globe. I mean, out on ships, in the grocery stores, out on the QVC airwaves. I mean, I hope you feel encouraged by all that you have accomplished. As many challenges as you have, and as hard as it is, I mean, I cannot imagine. I'm a tiny little business, I have a little little Shopify site, but,
No.
like, I mean, I cannot even imagine the challenges that you face, and so thank you for everything that you do for our community, those of us who are looking for delicious things to drink that, aren't just grape juice,
Well,
in a wine
I'm
bottle or
honored
in
to
a
be
can.
part of it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
it's wonderful. So,
Yeah.
okay, from one Pennsylvania girl to another, big time cheers to you, Rebecca,
Cheers.
and to
Thank you
Blind
again.
Tiger. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was so much fun. I'm really, really thankful to have spent this time with you. So, thank you for sharing yourself with
Likewise.
with my audience, the audience. So, all right, lots of love, you guys. Follow along. If you are not following Blind Tiger Cocktails on Instagram, please make sure you're doing so. We'll put a link in the show notes, all the good stuff. Leave a rating or review. We love you lots. Talk to you guys later. Okay.